What's going on, people? Jay the Black here. I want to talk about Jay-Z. According to sources or people close to him, even though he's denying it and his team denying it, he's trying to talk Travis Scott out of performing at the halftime of next year's Super Bowl with Maroon 5. Okay? Because there was talk that Maroon 5 was thinking about not doing it because of people wanting to quote unquote boycott the NFL, which is not gonna, you're not gonna win that. You know, they'll find somebody to perform. You know, there are plenty of artists that will love to perform in the Super Bowl. Okay, so you're not gonna win that. But anyway, this situation to me just says a lot about the entertainment industry and how one-sided it is, and how if you're not supporting the Kaepernicks of the world, people who have never done any interviews about their ideology and why they say and do the things that they do, if you do not support the DNC, you're going to be the enemy of these entertainers. And Jay-Z is the main one. He's a big Hillary Clinton supporter. Also for some of these other Democratic candidates, him and others supported some of these Democratic candidates recently in the past November elections. And he thinks that he can talk a guy in Travis Scott out of performing when Travis Scott is looking at increasing his bags, increasing his notoriety, which is what would be done if he performed at the Super Bowl, because there's going to be a lot of people watching who don't even know who Travis Scott is. And if they do know Travis Scott, they know him from dating Kylie Jenner. That's where they're going to know him from. That's what they only know him from. So while he's trying to basically boost his resume and boost his album sales, because that's what the halftime show is. Because I don't think you get paid to perform at a halftime show, but what the halftime show does is it helps increase your music sales. It's like when you perform on award shows, it gets you more followers, and it also increases your record sales. So people will watch you during the Super Bowl. They will go Google you and download your music. That's what happens a lot when you perform at halftime. That's why these artists like performing, because they know it's going to boost their bags. So you got a guy in Jay-Z who, to my knowledge, has never done a feature with Travis Scott. If he has, y'all can let me know in the comment section. He's never done a feature with Travis Scott. He's never helped increase Travis Scott's finances, but he wants to talk him out of performing the Super Bowl. You know, this is very reminiscent of when Meek Mill was planning on going to the White House to speak to Donald Trump. And apparently he spoke to Jay-Z, ended up changing his mind. And now you got Meek Mill, who responded to a tweet posted about Travis Scott performing at Super Bowl, and he responded by saying, "For what?" And these are the people who we supposed to be looking for political advice, for the movement of black people. These people are selfish. They only care about the politicians who pay them to support them, who fit the narratives. Okay? I am not a fan of Kaepernick. I think he is a biracial, okay, who wants to hide amongst black people to basically mask the fact that he was an average quarterback. Okay? Even when he started for the San Francisco 49ers, his last season in the NFL, the team sucked. The team did not win very many games. Okay? The head coach of that team got fired. Yes, he had, I believe, 16 touchdowns and 1 interception, something like that, or 4 interceptions. But your team was terrible, sir. No one feared the 49ers. People played them, and they didn't even have to go into the game with that big of a game plan offensively, because they knew if we just let Kaepernick run and do those things, we're going to win. Even if he can get, 15 completions or, close to 20 completions, maybe 1 touchdown, But I'm looking at all these people still holding on to Kaepernick can't get a fair shake in the NFL. Listen, do I think Kaepernick should have gotten an opportunity to play last year in training camp in the preseason? Yes, I do. I when I saw that no team signed him in training camp last year, I didn't think that was a good idea, because what was going to happen is exactly what's happening now. You do have some of these NFL owners who are out of touch. Okay? They're out of touch with reality. Y'all got to understand, these are billionaires. Okay? These are billionaires. And what's very interesting is that Meek Mill is very cool with Robert Kraft, who was the owner of the New England Patriots, who actually did go to the White House, which is very ironic how Meek Mill refused to go to the White House. Meek Mill is not okay with Travis Scott performing at Super Bowl, because he wants to boycott the NFL, but you cool with Robert Kraft. You're cool with Robert Kraft. What if the Patriots win the Super Bowl? You see, Jay-Z and these other, celebrities, as far as in hip hop, these guys are controlled. They are manipulated. They bully each other into supporting the lamestream policies, the lamestream narratives. Dislike Donald Trump, even though, I'm not the biggest supporter of Trump. I think that Trump's approach has gotten him exactly where he is on certain issues. But anyway, to me, this can help boost Travis Scott's profile as an artist, because he will be able to be on a very big stage. This is why he's agreeing to do it, according to reports. But here you got Jay-Z, who thinks he can, basically bully people into not doing certain things because he's Jay-Z. Well, Jay-Z, how much money have you made Travis Scott? Are you promoting his album? Now, I will say this though. Reportedly, Beyonce and Jay-Z were at Travis Scott's recent concert, and I believe Kanye West was there as well. And Jay-Z refused to talk to Kanye West, which is very interesting, because he's then rapping about how the media is trying to get between him and Kanye West. But instead of him being a man and going and speaking to Kanye West and airing out his grievances, he takes the coward's way out and say, I'm not going to speak to him. I refuse. Because you got people there, okay, who have allegiances to other people. They are on different sides of ideology lines. But you want to talk about he's your brother. You want to talk about he's your brother, but you can't go to him man to man and ask him what the issue is. Squash beef. I don't think Kanye West wants beef with Jay-Z. Has Kanye West handled himself in the best way, especially recently? I don't believe so. But Kanye West is Kanye West. He gets emotional. He does emotional, irrational things, especially when it comes to Twitter. But that's what you can expect. But with a guy like Jay-Z, who is supposed to be level-headed and is supposed to be, OG in hip-hop, somebody that you can look up to, a businessman, an entrepreneur, one the same, a guy who is a legend, and for him to be immature and think of himself instead of saying, you know what, Travis, that's your decision. Now, I could see if Travis asked him what he thought and he gave him his honest opinion, I can understand that. But to be talking people out of things, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Because Travis is trying to push his career forward. But he has to back out because you don't want him to do that, because you are saying that the NFL should be boycotted. And what's very interesting is that all these people are boycotting the NFL, right? But you're okay with Eric Reed signing back with the NFL. He's Kaepernick's buddy. He's one of these, I stand with Kaepernick guys. He wants to get back in the NFL, and Kaepernick as well wants to get back in the NFL. And what I'm trying to understand is, if you feel like the NFL is discriminating towards you because you're a minority, why are you still trying to get back into the NFL? I will never understand this. And I want to understand why black people think, okay, that it's okay to support people who have not done one interview speaking on his appreciation for being black, why he has the stance that he has, why it's important for people to boycott the NFL. He's saying nothing because he has handlers. He has handlers. And we're all supposed to just sit back and be like, you know what? Kaepernick is being treated unfairly. Let's stand with Cap. But Cap can't even stand for himself. But you want me to support somebody who says nothing? Who does not speak on the issues? He's doing good philanthropic work. He's giving money and he's giving back to communities. There's nothing wrong with that. I support that, but I will not sit there and boycott and miss bags because some guy who does not speak to anybody, y'all expect me to basically stall my career and boosting my profile for a guy who doesn't speak for himself. That doesn't make any sense to me. But you got guys like Jay-Z who's expecting these guys to do so. He did the same thing with Meek Mill, and he's trying to do the same thing with Travis Scott. But the difference is him and Meek are closer than him and Travis Scott are. And I don't think Travis is intimidated by Jay-Z. Some of these guys are intimidated by Jay-Z. Now we're going to see if Travis Scott pulls out. If he does not perform at the Super Bowl next year, then we'll know that these lamestream idiots have gotten to him. We'll know that Jay-Z not wanting to perform that got to him, and and it says a lot about Travis Scott. But I don't know. I just think Travis is a different type of dude. I don't think he gets intimidated by people. This is why he embraces dating a Jenner or a Kardashian, whatever. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.